Welcome to Blood-Curdling Chronicles, where we bring you real-life horror stories that are stranger and more terrifying than fiction. These accounts are submitted by people who have lived through the unexplainable, making every story we tell disturbingly real. If you're fascinated by haunted houses, eerie mysteries, and unspeakable truths, you've come to the right place. Let's dive into tonight's story, The Silent Town.
It was supposed to be a weekend getaway. No schedules, no stress, just the open road and a chance to escape. We left early that morning, filled with excitement and a full tank of gas. But somewhere along the way, we took a wrong turn. And that's when everything changed. The GPS glitched out, showing blank roads that didn't exist. The highway disappeared behind us, swallowed by thick trees and swirling mist. Then we saw it. This strange little town that seemed to rise out of nowhere. At first glance, it looked like any other forgotten small town. Quiet and unassuming. The kind of place time had left behind. But there was something wrong. No one smiled. No one spoke. The few people we saw on the sidewalks turned their heads to follow us with empty eyes, their faces eerily blank. We pulled into the town square. I rolled down the window, expecting to hear the sounds of daily life, but there was nothing, just an oppressive silence. We decided to get out and explore, hoping to find a gas station or someone who could help us get back on the main road. But every door was locked. Every window was covered in dust, as if no one had lived there for years. The further we walked, the more the town felt wrong. Then we saw them. Dozens of people, all standing silently on their porches, watching us in perfect stillness. Not a single word, not a single breath. We rushed back to the car, ready to leave, but no matter which road we took, we kept ending up back at the town square. It was like the town itself wouldn't let us leave. We drove in circles for what felt like hours. By the third time we passed the same broken-down diner, we realized something horrifying. One of our friends was missing. Desperate for answers, we found ourselves in front of an old museum. The sign above the door creaked in the wind, the letters barely legible. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the scent of decay. That's when we saw the photos. Hundreds of them, lining the walls. Black and white images of townspeople from decades ago. At first, they seemed innocent enough, but then we started recognizing the faces. There was my missing friend, and then another photo taken in 1922 with a man who looked exactly like me. We tried to leave, but as we turned toward the door, the whispers started, faint at first, barely audible, then louder, surrounding us. "Stay with us," they said. "You'll never leave." We found ourselves back in the town square once again, but now it was filled with shadowy figures. They circled around us, closing in with each passing second. My friends screamed, their voices disappearing into the fog. One by one, they vanished into the dark. I don't remember how I got out. One minute I was surrounded by darkness. The next I was standing on the side of a highway, miles away from the town. I've never found it again, no matter how hard I've tried. But sometimes, late at night, I still hear the whispers calling me back.